Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Ujima journey, see some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. I'm going to make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Ujima journey, and let's build together.
Women, but the most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is a
What is a lion without his pride? What is a whale without his pod? What is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack? The answer is very simple. They are the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray.
Habaragani, Bombskin & Co. is the true definition of self-care, self-love, and repeat. We are what we create in this life. Bombskin & Co. chooses to create something innovative and unforgettable. Check out our website for more information.
Spirit Over Flesh LLC is a wellness-based business where we heal through words. I'm Tiandra. I'm the founding servant leader. It is a Black-owned, woman-owned business that was founded in Ohio, but that can serve the world. Through virtual sessions, either by phone or video conference, we have a conversation. We always start with a 15-minute consult where we just make sure that I learn a little bit about you, you learn some about me, and then we schedule some time to be intentional about your wellness journey. During the time, it's about education and empowerment. You are your own best doctor from within. So I'm literally someone who is just intentional in the space and drawing questions out of you to get you further on your wellness journey. Sessions are typically starting at $80, but if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're gonna go ahead and take 20% off. It's about getting you well so that we can be well, right? Kuji Chagalia and Ujima, collective responsibility. So grateful for the opportunity to support you in your wellness journey. If you're interested, go to my website, spiritoverfleshllc.com. There's a button that says Let's Connect. Fill out the form and I'll get right back to you. Again, that's spiritoverfleshllc.com. I look forward to supporting you in your wellness journey and healing through words.
Are you heading out of town or have a special occasion? What about birthdays, anniversaries, or reunions? Get the best deals and inexpensive rental car rates, midsize sedan, compact cars, and more. We have a variety of fleet vehicles to accommodate any and all of your rental car needs. Make a reservation today at your local budget rental car on Hamilton Road in Whitehall. Call 614-863-7500.
Happy Kwanzaa. I'm Carla, and my sister Karen and I own Two Natural Sisters. We've been in business for 5 years, and we sell a line of natural bath, body, and candle products. Let's take a look. Follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, at Two Natural Sisters. All items that are in stock will be shipped within 24 to 48 hours. As a promotional item, we offer a CD of Black romantic poetry of self-love and coupled love, and 50% discount on Sister Locks, Brother Locks by consultant Sapphire Donetta Mahadi. If you have any questions, you can reach us at customercare@twonaturalsisters.com. Enjoy and happy Kwanzaa.
What's going on? My name is Doe. I am the owner and creator of Madeline Gin. Madeline Gin is best described as a celebratory art experience that exudes hella blackness. Initially, the company was founded to provide a luxurious but affordable art experience, and has since transformed itself into something a bit more spiritual. By walking in what I believe to be my truth, I've been able to get in contact with my ancestors and use my platform and my art, my gift, to tell their untold stories. I do that by using different textures, by utilizing different mediums, colors, and just making things pop out so that it's open for interpretation. I love, 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 love creating, and I can't wait to be of service to you. Thank you.
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I am a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times I must demonstrate excellence because I am a genius.
The Purpose Driven Society is a Black-owned, woman-owned business local to Columbus who creates accessories that have intentional messaging. Our specialty are buttons. Buttons can be worn anywhere, on a shirt, on a book bag, on a hat. The beautiful thing about buttons is that you can change them and switch it up depending on your mood or the day. For Election Day, we wore a very intentional button. On my book bag, or my student's book bag, it says, "You are already intelligent, educate yourself." Buttons are empowering with the messages that we create. Again, we do them very intentionally. At the Purpose Driven Society, we're minding our Black-owned business and hope that you'll help mind ours too by doing business with us. Our buttons go for $3 for one, $5 for two, $7 for three. But if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're doing a special where you'll get an assortment of buttons for just $20, and we'll ship anywhere in the country. So again, that's the Purpose Driven Society. We can be reached at thepurposedrivensociety@outlook.com. Send us an email, and we will put together a very intentional bag of buttons for you and ship it straight to your home. Happy Kwanzaa. Thanks for doing business with us.
Oh, it's time to drink. Family, it's time to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic. Kid Magic Rock. Shouts out. Here we go.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink.
Take a breath.
Now, grab your glass for some water.
Grab your glass.
Lift your pitcher of that water.
Or bottle.
Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water.
Move your body.
Move your body and drink some water.
Move your body.
Move your body and drink some water, fam. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your
Or should I say, move, then drink.
Move your body. Move your body.
Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your
Or should
water.
I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Lift and pour yourself some water.
Pour.
Move your body, drink some water.
Move it.
Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces.
Eat a culturally appropriate diet.
Behave. Take your breath.
Come on.
Lift and pour.
You can do it.
Move your body.
Come on. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink up.
Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that health in.
Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath. Take your breath.
Lift and pour.
Lift it.
Move your body.
Come on. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink.
Come on. Come on.
Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour.
Come on, pour it.
Move your body.
Move.
Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink.
What?
Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Oh, it's a beautiful day, family, and it's early. It's early. I'm starting a little bit earlier so we can have a little bit more time. And then also I'll get out of here and get to my venture in a timely manner. But hey, it is what it is. It's time for us to do the toast. I'm going to say great Ujima to each and every last one of you. Let's give the Ujima babies a round of applause. Ujima baby, stand up, stand up. Oh, the time switch. And I must apologize because I thought I turned my stream off last night, but I obviously didn't. And then I woke up. Check this out, family. So I wake up, and there's a strike against another one of my channels. I showed a video that was shown on national TV about the little black girl that was being abused by the police officers. And they told me that once again I violated the child safety policy. Even though this was broadcasted nationally on national TV. And I responded, and in less than 2 minutes later, they had already called, they already texted me back with the result, which means that the result was already prepared. They already wanted to find a reason to ding me. And it's cool, because I tell y'all all the time, family, it's very important that we start constructing our own platforms, because eventually they're going to chase us off of this shit. I have no problem with it, family. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I do what I do. They do what they do. We do what we do, and they do what they do, and everything is going to get done. Right? So, family, we got to continue building. And once again, like I said, let me go and make sure people know how to get up with me. Let me find the link. I got a link for y'all that I want to post up. There you go. Nope, that's not it. There it go right there. All right, boom, boom. I'm gonna click on that. I'm going to go to post. Boom. There we go. I'm gonna copy it. If you want to keep up with us, cause family, y'all gonna need to really, cause eventually I am going to be faded off of all this stuff. You know, I'm cool with it because I'm in my 7th year. It's the year of study, rest, and perfection for me. And I am going to study, rest, and perfect myself. So if you go to our Gumroad page, right, you can check out all our posts. I'm posting up on there whenever I'm going live and all that stuff. I got to go out and do it. I got to do it myself. But whenever we going to stream, I'm posting it up on there. And those that's on that list, you'll get an email letting you know where you can find us. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I mean, we haven't had any problems with the Twitch page. We haven't had any problems. Actually, Twitch is possibly the only one we haven't had any problems with. So, you know, it is what it is. YouTube, we already got 2 channels down there. We Facebook, all those channels are down. We're allowed on there through the blessings of Sister Navita. So we just, you know, it is what it is. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I can do is build. You know what I'm saying? Those that come, and those that rock with us. That's all I can say. But I want to say great day, fam. Hold on. Great day, fam. You see a great day in the color blue, you see? And I got on my blue. So y'all know what's up. It's time for us to do the toast. So let's go and get to the toast. Let's get to the toast. The watermelon is going away. It started off, yeah. All good things got to come to an end. I know. So we lifting up our glass. And you know what we doing. We're saluting the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass. We salute that creator. And we say, I say, from there, family, we move and we lift up our glass to our ancestors. Lifting it up. And we're going to go by the names as far as I can. Anybody out there that's new that want to add their ancestors to the list, by all means, feel free to do so. You could post it up on the timeline, or you could hit us up on our Facebook page. The page is still, I don't know if you get through, or you could email one of us that's in Giami Journey that you know of. By the way, shouts out to Brother Kwame. I see you out there, my friend. I see you. All right, so let's go on and go as far as we can. We got Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robin, the Texan, Davis, Hunter Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William, Walter, Chris, Pendergast, and Eileen, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Marco Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Aval Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara 2X, Wash Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tapper, John Pillar, Montague Pittman L, Normal X, Pet Mott, Rob Malika Pacour, Dr. Mayan Williams, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamau, the farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Broford, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William, Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling, and Lucy Wright, Gail Pullen, Luxter Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Miss Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy William, Dane Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCray, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Meldell Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Well, Levita Farmer, Ango Sosu, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hader Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernie Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hanley Vester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amitep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs, the second Peter Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russ, Diddy Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We have William Walter West, Nigel Parrish, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, Dupreetis Hines, Ernest Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winifred Scatterberry, Wilson Haley, Elma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pena Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Swan Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Ada Pearl, let's see, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., I should know this by now. Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson, Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. We got Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr. All right, so I got to go back to the list now, for sure. So, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Don Hill, Richard Glebus, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Holly Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Don Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Archie Beck. Hold on. I gotta go back. George and Holly Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Patch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Hare, Tom McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatchet Sr., Mally Miller, Hosey Hashtag Cleveland, Mother Gibson, X Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alice Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Ertin Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Blonde, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.A. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rupert Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Captain Sanders, Maria Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Hiram Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Robert Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jack and the Brothers, Reginald Albert, Mazmin Cooper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Shirley Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We have Jordan Giles, James Carswell. We got Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shannon Jr., Damon Top, Christina Banks. We got Joseph Bingham, Quincy Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jepson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Craig Sample, Candace Simmons, Sermon Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sonny Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lump, Elizabeth Johnson, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jasonda Lynette Lewis, Anderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henrietta II, Fanny L. Webb, Dan Walter, Now Lauti Sue Walter, Emma Walter, James Randolph Child, Sonny, Pete Walter, William Walter, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem, and Como. We got Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey. We got Victor Bolden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jill White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, Taylor Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamira Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nady Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMar, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Regal Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Gisela Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James Lizzie Winston, Aben Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Cobra, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Tooth the Don. We got Saber Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter. We got Mary Smith, Juanette Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Janet Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, Levana Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Granny Beulah, Papa Al Reesa, Nana Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Garrett, LaShonda Jamar, Leroy Raleigh, Mona Yolanda Hunter, Yvonne Patrice Turner, Herman Reeves, Amanda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Lena Kate, Pam Johnson, Vera Reeves Fisher, Jerry Johnson McCallum, also known as Mama Moon. We got Sheila Ann Lee, Panchita Alba, Donna Brooks, Barbara Moses, Ida Spade, Ira Branson, Eric Winston, Dan Bridges, Francisco Matisse, also known as Sonny, Charles Stevenson Jr., King Pleasant, Sarah Keat, Yanina Shepard, Brett L. Willard, Mabel Haskins, Wilbur Shepard, Dennis Jackson, William Haskins, Geraldine Jackson, Henry Jackson Sr., Edward Jones, Leslie Travis, Charlize Barnes, DeJuan Lewis Taylor, Madeline Yates, June Dandridge, Daisy Wilford, Frederick Smith, James and Amanda Baldwin, Linda Williams, Sally Williams, Vivian Stevenson, Irene Harris, Kelly Williams, Abu Scales, Pat Williams, Miss Bertha Walker, Tony Ogletree, Grandma Marguerite, and Tracy Emery. Family, we lift up our glass and we salute all of our ancestors. And with that, we give one rousing word of power, and one we use here is Ashe, saluting all of our ancestors upon whom shoulders we stand upon. From there, we move to the present moment. Right now, we are in Ujima. Check one, check two. Let's go microphone, webcam. There we go. All right, the sound on Spreaker might not be as good. I want to try to get y'all back on the mic if I can. The mic will allow. There it goes. It's working once again. So we are on the present moment. Right now we are in Ujima. And family, I want to ask each and every last one of you to seek out Ujima. In other words, wake up that reticular formation and get out and seek Ujima. It's all around you. It's happening all around you. It's also happening within you, right? You know. So go on and seek Ujima. For those that don't speak the language, Ujima means collective work and responsibility. The modic principle of the day is righteousness. Respect is what we teach the young people with the M7. We got the color blue, as you can see by my shirt. And, of course, you see tonight, we got blunt talk going down tonight. Vibration is the Hermetic law. Male name is Kwaku. Female name is Akua. So, family, we lift up our glass. We salute this present moment, the power in this moment. And we embrace that power when we move forward and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Very simple journey from here. From here, we're going to move to the future generations. We're going to lift up our glass. We're going to salute the future generations, our children, on to infinity. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, move to all of our relations. Lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Family, we do a special libation for all those that are in need. Whether it's healing, whatever it is, we lifting up our glass to all of those family, to all that family out there. I got Got a few people in my mind right now, sending out that energy. I say, if you have some, send it out. From there, family, we're going to move to that selfish toast. This is for you, those of you that's out here doing this work. You know what I'm saying? You got to fill up your cup. You know what I'm saying? Fill up your own cup so that you could go on and help other people with their thirst. But if you thirsty and hungry and dying, you can't help nobody. So you need to take care of you. So we're going to lift up our glass. We're going to ask this question. What is it that you need right now to move towards the better you, the best you? We lift up our glass. Whatever it is, I say. From there, family, we move to lifting up our tribe. My tribe is Ujima. I'm lifting it up high. Lift your tribe up. Say their name. Lift it up. I say. From there, family, last but not least, I want to toast the most magnificent, most beautiful, most uplifting, most outstanding, wonderful individual in the room. I lift my glass up to you, and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right, cool. I just want to make sure it was working. Maybe I'm shifted into a different universe where I was asleep. But anyway, so as we say in Giame, Ke'in, we wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. And as we say, Ke'in. All right. You got a couple of seconds. A couple of minutes, because I want to get I want to get over here in a timely manner. So let's go and let's do our transition and get to all right. I don't know where y'all at right now, but hey, here we go. You know, boom, there we go. You know, don't let the numbers bother you. We still doing good, even though, you know what I'm saying. Let's see how it's doing over the last 7 days, because you know since we got hit. Wow, we still at 430 people reached, 126 engagements, but we ain't got nobody. You might not even be able to like the page. Ain't that something? Oh, wow, that's terrible. All right. Let's see yesterday. What was yesterday? Damn. People reached 109. Post engagements, 32. 0 page likes. So, you know, like I said, you know what I'm saying? We making some headway, family. We're making some headway. We're reaching over 100 people a day, right? With some of our posts and stuff like that. You know, so hey, we doing all right. All right, so let's look at it. The pandemic forced a massive remote work experiment. How now comes the hard part. CNN.com. Now, before I get into this, one of the things that I'm hearing is that they're going to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Did you know that the average education worker makes about $14 an hour? So the whole education system is not really paying what they should be paying. And, you know, we say children are the future, but how we treating those people that look out for the future? I won't answer that question. I'll let you answer that question. But this is from CNN Business. Let me see if they got a writer on here so we can give credit. We got Catherine Vassell, CNN. In March 2020, companies across the U.S. abruptly shuttered their offices and instructed employees to work from home indefinitely as a result of the pandemic. At first, many thought that the shutdowns would last a couple of months, but 1 year later, millions of workers are still working remotely. The pandemic has forced a large segment of the global workforce to go through a remote work experiment on a scale never seen before, and a lot has changed in the last 12 months. The boundary between our work and our personal lives has become blurred. Working at the kitchen table has become common, and for parents, juggling virtual school while trying to hit work deadlines has become a daily challenge. Look, family in there, we got, you know, everybody doing something. It look like Legos or something on the table. Organized baby, that's an organized young man there. Employers have also been forced to become more nimble. They had to loosen restrictions on where employees can work, equip them with the tools to do so, and support them both professionally and personally. We learned many lessons as a result. Meetings aren't always necessary. Yes. Working a standard 8-hour shift may not be the best schedule for everyone. Yes. Sitting at a desk doesn't always mean you're being productive. Yes. And perhaps you miss your coworkers more than you thought you would. Think about that one. All right. We're going to keep it moving. Now that more people are getting vaccinated and kids are going back to school, things appear as if they might go back to normal. But the workplace as we knew it may be forever changed. Some companies plan to remain 100% remote post-pandemic, while others, including companies like Reddit and Microsoft, will take a hybrid approach, giving workers more flexibility about where they work. And of course, some companies will want everyone to come back. No matter what the approach, workers and employers can expect to hit a few bumps in the road as they navigate the next phase of this grand work experiment. Many companies succeeded working remotely in 2020, largely because everyone was doing it. There was no built-in preference for office workers or stigma against remote workers. Oh, that was messed up, CNN. That was so rude. But I understand they got to do their thing, family. You see that? Everybody doing their thing. All right. There was no built-in preference for office workers or stigma against remote workers, said Andrew Hewitt, senior analyst at the market research firm Forrester. Hybrid is going to make managing this difference harder. So we got to get ready for it. Initial shock, you going through and you can finish the rest of that. But how you feel about the coming changes? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like one of the things that you start noticing, excuse me, y'all. One of the things you start noticing is, or better yet, if you was a business and you found out that all the work that you was paying to have a space to control everything in, and you was able to do as much work as you was able to get done without the extra expense of this big building, you know what I'm saying? Why would you go back to the way things work just because it's the tradition? The tradition doesn't necessarily work. The tradition doesn't necessarily promote more productivity. Basically, in many cases, what some employers are finding out is that they basically had a honeycomb hideout. It was a honeycomb hideout. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of employers are seeing that, and I'm seeing like, I'm wondering, when is the discussion about schools gonna really take place? Because now, well, I'm gonna leave that alone. Well, I ain't gonna really leave it alone because you know how I am. But poke the bear. Do we need school in the way that school has traditionally been? Right? So let's go into some other videos real quick, or some other stuff. Now, I told y'all I'm gonna start experimenting with TikTok, sharing some TikTok. This is Big Tim Murphy on TikTok. Big Tim come across with some great questions here, and I want y'all to listen to them, and we're gonna do some commentary on it. Come on, Big Tim. He Big Tim, I'm a High Tim.
Y'all ever wonder why people in Congress get a pension after 6 years and instead of a 401k?
Great question, Big Tim. Uncle Big Tim, great question. Big Tim Murphy, go ahead. Have you ever wondered that? Now, I want y'all to think about the ramifications of that. Now, this means that you could go and serve in Congress or the Senate for 6 years, and afterwards you have a pension. Now, I want you to think about this. If you do not have to go back and face some of the ramifications of some of the stuff that you voted in, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have to face those ramifications, because you have a safety net. Everybody else around you don't have a safety net. I want y'all to think about that. So these individuals, after just serving 6 years, get to lay back and get paid regardless. So they don't have to face the consequences of some of their votes. They don't have to face some of the consequences for some of their policies. So what is the safety net for us? When you got individuals that go just to Washington for 6 years and come back and never have to worry about another issue. But go ahead, Big Tim. Break it down for them.
But we don't get a pension. Y'all ever really thought about that hard at all? Because I'm up here at Publix, and I'm going to get some tortilla chips for nachos later. And because I just can't stop thinking about how people in Congress, both houses or whatever, the Senate and the House, they get a pension like $100,000 a year for the rest of their lives after just 6 years. And for a senator, that means one term. And then you just, man, that's a sweet deal. That is a really sweet deal. And they don't think we should have a minimum wage of $15 an hour when they make like $80 an hour.
Think about that. $15 an hour. You don't deserve it. It'll make you lazy. It'll hinder business. Right? When in America we have become more and more productive over the last 30 to 40 years, but the wages have stayed stagnant. Once again, like I said, did you know that in Ohio, the average educational worker, person that works in education, assisting with your children, assisting with the future of this country, only makes $14 an hour? But go ahead. You got these individuals that serve 6 years and get over $100,000 a year. That's like $80 an hour. You could be retired after you leave the Senate. But go ahead.
An hour or some shit. All that paid time off, but we don't have paid time off. That's so weird.
Y'all know, like when they be having recesses, I want y'all to think about this. When they have those recesses, that is basically them off work. Now, they got to go and do some campaigning and talking and picking up babies and stuff like that. But hell, that's a hell of a job. Anyway, let's go. Come on. Tell them, Big Tim.
Weird, isn't it? Y'all ever wonder why?
All right, cool. Let's go to the next one. I told y'all, like I said, I'm having a love thing with this whole TikTok piece right now. And I'm, because in 60 seconds, what I'm seeing is that people are able to squeeze an enormous amount of information that you could go and research yourself, right? This is what social media is about. Promoting a more powerful, a more life-changing conversation, bringing true value. Big Tim just brought some value to us. You know what I'm saying? Just with him having a thought. He sat down and said, damn, you ever thought about that? And I'm going to give me some tortilla chips. And I just thought about it. I was on the public site. He gave you a place where you can go and look this up yourself. I think it's spelled Publix. Right? All right. Here's a great question. This is by a sister. Well, actually, she's commenting on another video. So on TikTok, you have the ability to listen to somebody else's content and comment on it. But you only got 60 seconds to do it. So let's see. Women want to know, why aren't men providing? Okay, and the sister Lolo Rose came across with a beautiful, beautiful piece. Now, you see how they do stuff differently a little bit on TikTok. So they got a lot of hashtags so that you can find the stuff and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. But here you go. Let's go and see what they say here. Let's see what they got. What you got, Miss Rose? Miss Lolo?
Women want to know, why are men not providing?
Ooh, I can answer this.
Now, why are men not providing? I want y'all to listen to Lolo Rose's response. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Beautiful sister, too. Go ahead.
Question for you. I think the problem is men are expected to remain the same. Men back then and still to this day are still expected to be protectors, providers, take care of the home, bring home the money, take care of the wife, etc. However, women have changed drastically throughout history. A lot of women are not the same as their grandmother, their great-grandmothers, etc. Especially y'all damn values. Say, women don't belong in the kitchen, women don't do this, women don't need to dress like this, women don't need to act like this, etc., etc. Which in my opinion is okay. Did you hear me? That is fine. However, men are not allowed to change. Y'all
What?
still have this expectation of men as though they can't change.
Men are not allowed to change. How old are you, girl? You 50? 55? Where you getting this insight from, baby? What's going on here? Men are not allowed to change. What y'all think about that? Any comments on that? No comments? Okay. I keep it moving. All right, Lolo, come on.
Change their values and their beliefs. How is that fair? Because a lot of y'all women do not hold the same values as the ones before y'all. Y'all still expect the man to act the same as the ones before him? Nah. How is it okay for women to change but men are expected to remain the same?
Women want to know, why are men not providing?
Ooh.
And that was from a podcast, I think it's called Dignified Delinquent. All right. So let's go. Let's go to another one. I'm liking this TikTok life. All right, now here you go. Medical racism. This is AJ on TikTok. 60 seconds, y'all. Get ready. Get ready. Y'all ready? Get your pens out, because he's going to be dropping it.
Let's talk about medical racism, part one of, unfortunately, many. The function of your kidneys are to filter your blood, and in order to figure out how well they're functioning, you need to figure out how well they're filtering. This is something called the glomerular filtration rate, or the GFR. We use a muscle byproduct called creatinine to measure the GFR, which is good because all of it is filtered, but only a little bit is secreted. Because a little bit is secreted, the GFR is overestimated, so you have to calculate for that with the estimated GFR. Because of a questionable study back in the day that determined that black patients had higher creatinine levels than white patients, their estimated GFR is lower than those of white patients. This means that black patients will have a lower on average estimated GFR because of this African American GFR, and when that's used as a determinant for renal function, then that can keep patients off of renal transplant lists, which is why there's been a big push by medical students and physicians to get rid of this estimated African American GFR. Let's talk about medical racism.
Medical racism. Wow. On TikTok. You know what I'm saying? This is what social media is supposed to be about. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do enjoy a little bit of ass shaking, just a little bit. But these young people is dropping it. I'm like, hold on, we ain't done yet. We got a couple more minutes. Thank you, AJ. Let's go to Jules on TikTok. What you talking about, Jules? Oh, hold on. This is an old movie. I can't remember the name of the movie. But this is labeled You Can't Win. James Earl Jones. I can't remember the name of the movie. I know Kwame, you gonna know the name of this movie.
Wait a minute. If I marry this lady, I want to make things better. But if I spend $1 on it, you're going to deduct it from her, right? If I want to buy a little something extra, you're going to deduct it. And I better report every penny I spend, or else I'm a crook. Okay, now you say if I lose my job, I must apply for welfare because I can't just sit around eating the government's biscuit. Which is fraud. Because that's a fraud, right? Okay, now, if I do go on the welfare, then I'm just another lazy-ass nigger that's living off taxpayer. All right, now, suppose I do not marry this lady. Now, if I move in with her and do not tell you, then we're both crooks, right? But if I do tell you, then we're back to the income and the outcome and the deducting, and you drive me to drink. And you call a fraud if I spend $7 for a bottle of whiskey. Come on, Claudia, let's get out.
Claudia, that's the name of it.
You can't win.
You can't win.
Right, okay, now wait.
All right, so that was James Earl Jones. Claudia, I think that's the name of the movie. Pretty good thought. I mean, they thinking this is a young dude. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Save Aquarian, Save a World. Oh, that might be one of my kids. All right, let's move on. Let's see what else we got here. What else you got for us, TikTok? Oh, here we go. We got Tope Abisoi on TikTok. Let's see what they talking about. Research in 60 seconds. Let's see what this young person is talking about. I mean, I just wake up and be like, damn, all right, go ahead.
Do you know the history behind the SAT? The SAT was
Hold on. How many of y'all out there? Come on now. This is a young person. The history behind the SAT. She did a little bit of research. So go on, tell us about it, baby. Go ahead. Her name is Live Authentic.
Brigham to actually help keep students of color outside of American universities. And he thought that increasing racial diversity in schools would decrease the American intelligence. And because a lot of students of color were getting into colleges like Harvard, they created this test to keep these students outside of these universities. And by 1930, he admitted it was a eugenics test. And even now, the SAT and the ACT are biased against socioeconomic status, race, and ethnicity. Do you know the history behind the SAT? The SAT was originally created by Charles Brigham to actually...
Charles Brigham. Now, what does that got anything to do with Brigham's University? Most of these is young people on TikTok. Young people on TikTok doing research. Now, check this out. This information that she's dropping about the SAT is not unknown. But yet and still, one of the major things that you have to accomplish to get into a university is a SAT or a SAT test. When we know that it was created for racial things. I mean, that's a monument that need to be torn down. Come on now, but yet we forcing our kids, go on, you got to go and take the test, you got to pass the test. But the test, what is the test doing? What is it doing? Right? It's helping them or helping to see how close they are to eliminating who they are. We need to get all that black up out of you. Come on now. This is young people on TikTok. I ain't done yet. I got thousands more. See, this is what a lot of people don't understand about social media. Once you start showing what you like, they start giving you more of it. So if your timeline is full of bullshit, guess what you've been demonstrating that you like? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't see a lot of the bullshit on the Facebook and YouTubes. And well, YouTube is changing the algorithm a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, and I see what they doing, but it's cool. Or Instagram. I don't have to catch a lot of that. Now, I do catch some ass shaking and some very good pictures of black women, but that's neither here nor there. But, sometimes I just have to put. Oh man! But anyway, sometimes I just have to push the like. I be trying, Kwame. I swear to God, I be trying. But oh Lord, have mercy. Anyway, all right, let's go to this next one. Let's see. This is a brother by the name of Lo Salas. Now he is giving a thought experiment. Brother probably in his 30s, a nice little thought experiment. Go on, check it out. I'm going to let y'all go in a minute, because I know y'all got stuff to do. Y'all busy. Y'all too busy for this.
This may be a hard concept to grasp, so watch it twice. And once you get it, you will get it. So, we live in the present moment, neither the past or the future. The past is used with our memory, and the future with our imagination. So, we only live in this present moment, but we do move into the future. And with the golden rule of you become what you think about, it is your job to assume that you are that person in the future now. Because since we live in the present, and the present is the only thing that we can control, and we can only move to the future with our thoughts and the things we think about, and our actions influence the future. Thus meaning, if we think we are who we say we are going to be in the future, and we say we are that person now, we have no choice but to become that person. This may be a hard concept to
He said watch it twice.
And once you get it, you will get it. So, we live in the present moment, neither the past or the future. The past is used with our memory and the future with our imagination. So,
those of y'all on the Toast, y'all familiar with this concept, right? So check it out. What he's saying is, if the past, hold on, we live in the present. The past is in our memory. The future is in our imagination. So if the future is in our imagination, then I'm going to leave it alone because I got confused. I got confused just that quick. But we have the ability to, if we are able to imagine and force ourselves into the future, or at least imagine the future, then the past that we are reflecting on in the future is where we are right now. So we have the ability in our imagination to shape our present moment by forcing our imagination. I'm trying to get it. Young boy is deep. Young boy got me twisted. Hold on. Let's get it. We in the present moment. We toast this all the time. Now, in the present moment, the past is our memory. The future is our imagination. If I'm able to see myself in the future, I'm using my imagination. But that future self, for that future self, I am a memory. I am the past. So I can force myself to become what I want to be by imagining myself as who I want to be and acting as that in the present moment. All right, go on, young dude.
So we only live in this present moment, but we do move into the future. And with the golden rule of you become what you think about, it is your job to assume that you are that person in the future now. Because since we live in the present, and the present is the only thing that we can control, and we can only move to the future with our thoughts and the things we think about, and our actions influence the future. Thus meaning, if we think we are who we say we are going to be in the future, and we say we are that person now, we have no choice but to become that person.
All right.
Concept to grasp.
Hey, these young people getting busy now. This one. Here we go. All right. This is bedtime. Bedtime Fits on TikTok. She's doing a duet with Seth Godin. This is one of my favorite authors and also speakers. So here we go. Check it out.
We fail to ask a key question as taxpayers, as parents, as educators.
All right, for those that can't see, it says, what is school for? Then make it illegal if you don't send them. Go ahead.
The question is, what is school for? We keep running this multi-billion-dollar operation, trillion-dollar operation, but we don't ask what it's for. I know what it used to be for. What it used to be for was to train obedient factory workers. We didn't have enough, so we built the system on purpose to train kids to sit for 9 hours, to do what they were told, to learn how to use a number 2 pencil, and on, right? Yes. And it worked. We got plenty of factory workers who were compliant, who would put up with all sorts of nonsense in a dark room for 8 hours for a paycheck once a week. We also taught people how to consume, because that was the other big problem. In 1920, the average kid owned 2 pairs of pants and 1 pair of shoes, right? You don't know a human being who owns 2 pairs of pants and 1 pair of shoes anymore, because we needed to train people to fill their closets with stuff, and we did that at school. So what is school for now, right? We fail to ask a key question as taxpayers, as parents.
What is school for? And I know some people get upset just by asking the question. Right? How dare you ask that question? What is school for? What is it for? Now, as a community, we have the ability to determine what our schools in our communities are for. Have we ever had the conversation? Or are we just depending on the tradition to produce what it produces? And what it produces might not work for this present moment because it's based on a tradition, which means it's based on memory and not imagination, like young boy right before was saying. So what are we training our children for? School is supposed to train them and prepare them for something. What is it preparing them for? We got young people struggling to get through school so that they could go to college and get into an extreme amount of debt so that they could try to keep a promise that many of us know is not real. We got young people going to college and getting BAs and getting degrees in things that they'll never be able to pay back because the jobs or the fields of study that they are in will not be lucrative enough to return and pay back the amount that they borrowed to get it. Come on, family. Have we sat down and had the conversation about what is school for? Today, right now, when we send our kids here to sit there 8 hours a day, what is it for? I think it's a legit question. I think it's something that we really need to wrestle with. It's something that so that we can start structuring these educational institutions to serve us, because an educational institution that does not serve you end up consuming you. Like I said last night, what's the quote? When ignorance destroys culture, monsters arise. We send our kids to school to be trained to be less black, less us, and more them. Okay. I mean, I guess if y'all don't have a problem, the hell, right? I'm gonna leave it alone. And some of us are so good at it. It's sad. It's almost spooky. All right, I got a couple more and we done. Here you go.
One government report projects that by the year 2000, the United States will have a 30-hour work week and month-long vacations as the rule.
Where my goddamn 30-hour work week? Where my month-long vacation? He messed up his prediction. Brother Kwame said, what I think now creates the future. So imagine myself pulling my past self into the present I want to be. You had time to sit down and think that. I'm going straight off the cuff on air, man. You had time to sit down and think about that. Stop it. But here we go.
A lot of this new free time will be spent at home. And this console controls a full array of equipment to inform, instruct, and entertain the family of the future. We could watch a football game or a movie shown in full color on our big 3D television screen.
Pretty close, huh?
This console provides a summary of news relayed by satellite from all over the world.
Now we got that on our hip.
I might check the latest weather. A telephone is this instrument here. If I want to see the people I'm talking with, I just turn the button and there they are.
Wow.
With equipment like this in the home of the future, we may not have to go to work. The work would come to us. One government report.
Wow. Hold on, fam. I mean, he was wrong about the time, but you know, they're pretty up on that prediction about that technology. Hold on.
Projects that by the year 2000, the United States will have a 30-hour work week.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, we got a couple more. Hold on. I'm almost done. I know y'all tick-tocked out. I know y'all, because I got to build up your stamina, because there's a lot of good stuff on here. This is Derek E. Graham. Check it out. But he's doing a commentary, not even a commentary. He's just listening to something. So go and check it out. See what you got, Mr. Graham. The angry black dude.
One of the things we need to do, I think, and we could begin to do it, but it would require a significant cultural shift, is saying that if you want to be a cop in a community of color in particular, given the history of policing in such spaces, that we need you to spend 4 to 6 months before you get the gun and the power of arrest. You can be on the payroll, you'll be collecting a check. But for that 4 to 6 months, you're going to be walking the beat in that neighborhood, talking to folks on the porch, talking to folks in the barbershop, talking to folks in their places of worship and on the corner. And at the end of the 6 months, after you've had a chance to get to know them before you get to control and dominate them, when you get to know them at the end of the 6 months, the community votes on you. The community gets to vote on whether or not you get to be a police officer.
That's a good ass idea.
One of the things we need to do, I think, and we could begin to do it, but it would require a significant cultural shift, is saying that if you want to be a cop in a community of color in particular, given the history of policing.
The only issue is, you know, with these, you got to get used to when they start over because it's so quick. It start over. But that was, y'all, did y'all hear the idea? Let's listen to the idea one more time, then I'm going to let y'all go. Just listen to the idea one more time, right? So that when you're in conversation with your friends, you be like, you know what? I heard a great idea. See, these 60-second bites, they drop great ideas, great concepts that you could go and you could have quick conversations or maybe some long conversations about. So I'm trying to set off your day in a way where we can start going out and start having great conversations. Conversations where we're bringing value to each other. All right? So here we go.
Such spaces. That we need you to spend 4 to 6 months before you get the gun and the power of arrest. You can
4 to 6 months you have to spend as a police officer. If you're going to be a police officer and you're going to be in a community, you have to spend 4 to 6 months in that community. Better yet, why not just pull the police for each community from that community? Why not? And allow them to go through this process, get to know people, be able to draw a check, get to know people, get to blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? You know, and then the community get to vote on who is going to be the police officers and who are not. But go ahead.
On the payroll, you'll be collecting a check. But for that 4 to 6 months, you're going to be walking the beat in that neighborhood, talking to folks on the porch, talking to folks in the barbershop, talking to folks in their places of worship and on the corner. And at the end of the 6 months, after you've had a chance to get to know them before you get to control and dominate them, when you get to know them at the end of the 6 months, the community votes on you. The community gets to vote on whether or not you get to be a police officer in their community. One of the things we need.
That's dope. That's dope. But yo, that is the end for me this morning, family. I want to thank y'all who took the time to join us, for joining us. Let's go and let's go and make it a magnificent, a marvelous, a stupendous, an incredible, and a great, great, great day. As we say in Ujima, because it is yours. It is yours. This is our thing. This is our thing. So let's build it. All right. And not only this thing am I talking about with this show, I'm talking about this thing that's your life. Is yours. So I'm out. Peace.